Do 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 do. Morning in Ponyville shimmers. Morning in Ponyville shines. I know for absolute certain everything's gonna be fine. Ha 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 ha. Animal Crossing. Yes, I'm gonna do an Animal Crossing for GameCube for Nintendo Month. Hey, Dave! Why don't you play some Pikmin? What the fuck was that? Oh, come on! Toad, what are you doing here? I'm just saying, why don't you play some Pikmin? No, what you fucking dick, piece of shit, fucking dick. Shoot me with my fucking dick! Yeah, that should show him. Back to fucking Animal Crossing with the GameCube. Yeah! Hey, Davey, why don't you do Pikmin? Oh my god! Fine, I'll fucking do Pikmin. If you just shut up. Oh, you did the whole series, Dave! If I will do the whole series, will you fucking shut up? Okay. Well, if I'm gonna do this right, I might as well start with the first one. Pikmin, better known in Japan as Pikmin, is a strategy video game developed and published by Nintendo for the Nintendo GameCube in 2001. Pikmin is the first game in the Pikmin series of video games, and was the third game on the GameCube overall. It was designed by Shigeru Miyamoto, and Pikmin was released in Japan on October 26, 2001, in Japan. I just was redundant there, well. And in North America, it was debuted in December 2nd, 2001. In Europe, they get everything late, so they got it on June 14, 2002. Pretty cool. The sequel, which I'm going to talk about later, Pikmin 2, was released in 2004. And the image song for the commercial in Japan was Ai no Yuta, which was featured in Pikmin 2 if you leave the Pikmin by themselves for a long time, but you have to have 20 of each color, but it was very good. Alright, yeah, pretty cool. It was soon an unexpected hit song for the commercial, and it was just beautiful. And it was eventually eclipsing the Pikmin 0 sales, and as of March 31st, 2002, Pikmin has sold over 1 million copies. Beautiful, beautiful game. Now, if I did not mention the graphics, I'm going to mention them now. In my opinion, the graphics are probably the best the GameCube has ever seen, because I don't know what they put in this game, but Pikmin 1 and 2 alike were both for the GameCube, and they both had beautiful graphics for the time. Especially the first one was made in 2001, for crying out loud. The GameCube didn't have HD graphics, though they looked HD, and they were just beautiful graphics. I mean, this came after the N64 people. 64 bits? GameCube Pikmin? I mean, seriously, a year before Majora's Mask came out. Come on, 2001. This game was so beautiful, and that's why it was really a hit with many people. It was the beautiful graphics, basically, and the storyline, of course. Well, we're gonna get to that soon. Enough. Yeah, well, soon. It's just beautiful, beautiful, beautiful. Pikmin is a 3D top-down strategy game with the player controlling Captain Olimar from a third-person viewpoint. Olimar is followed by the Pikmin whom he directs. Both Olimar and the Pikmin are approximately 1 inch in height. In 2009, the original Pikmin and Pikmin 2 were re-released for the Wii as part of the new Play Control series. Alright, now let's get to the plot. In Pikmin, the main protagonist is Captain Olimar, a tiny extraterrestrial from the planet Hakatate. The story starts when Olimar is taking an intergalactic vacation in outer space. However, during his flight, a comet hits his spaceship, the SS Dolphin. Or in the reference to the GameCube's codename Project Dolphin, or in a reference of the GameCube's emulator, the Dolphin. Wow, dolphins. Beautiful. Which then was pulled into a gravity field of an uncharted planet. Parts of the spaceship fall off as it plummets to the ground and crashes. When he regains consciousness, Olimar finds out that the planet's atmosphere contains high levels of oxygen, an element deadly to his people. That's awesome. And he can stay for the planet for only 30 days before his life support system stops functioning and he dies. Olimar must retrieve many of the spaceship parts so he can rebuild his spaceship and return to Hakatate. Although Olimar initially states in his journal entries that he needs all 30 parts, the game moves on. It is hinted that some parts might not actually be necessary for him to lift off the ground. And indeed, you won't need all 30 parts to leave the planet. Yep. To help Olimar are indigenous creatures called Pikmin, which are nearly extinct and unable to survive in the planet without his leadership when he arrives. Oh my god, I cannot read today. I mean, oh my god, I cannot read. Well, let's go on. Let's go on. As this element of symbiosis develops, the Olimar discovers parts of his ship and travels across the Pikmin planet, which is assumed to be Earth. About the functional fauna, probably, maybe. The game has 3 endings, depending on how successful the player was in recovering the ship parts. If you get all 30, you're totally awesome. The game ends just fine. If you get just enough, it barely gets off the ground, but it doesn't. And if you don't, of course you die. So, yeah. Pretty cool. Well, that's basically all my opinions and facts about the game Pikmin 1. Let's go on to Pikmin 2, shall we? Well, let's get on to Pikmin 2. Pikmin 2 is a 2004 real-time strategy video game developed and published by Nintendo for the Nintendo GameCube. The game is a direct sequel to the 2001 game Pikmin, and is the second game in the Pikmin series. Like its predecessor, Pikmin 2 focuses on exploring the surface of an unknown planet from a microscopic perspective, where the character directs and delegates tasks to the horde of tiny plant-like creatures called Pikmin. Awesome! The Pikmin can be directed to destroy obstacles, defeat enemies, and retrieve objects. Pikmin 2 introduces many gameplay mechanics not seen in Pikmin, including the ability to control 2 different leaders of the Pikmin at once, and an addition of new Pikmin types. The new Pikmin types is purple Pikmin, which can be thrown up and are really heavy, and they can be destroyed. They can destroy enemies really quickly, but they are harder to find, and they can only be found in caves. The other type of Pikmin found are white type Pikmin, and they're poisonous. They're poisonous white Pikmin. If they are swallowed by an enemy, the enemy gets hurt, but the Pikmin dies in the process. They can also see things in the ground, and yeah, they're pretty awesome. They can see things in the ground and dig them up. Oh, so yeah, and also the other captain is called Louie, which Louie turns out to be a really important part of the game. So, pretty cool. Pikmin 2 received critical acclaim, gaining aggregate scores of 89.60% and 90 on Game Rankings and Metacritic, respectively. Many critics praised the additions of the Pikmin gameplay to the Pikmin, such as the removal of the 30-day time limit imposed in the original game, and the game and its predecessor was ported to the Wii in 2009 as a new play-controlled title. The sequel of the game, Pikmin 3, was released in 2013 for the Wii U console. And a funny thing about the Wii ported games, they were actually made in 2012, while the Japanese, European, and Australian ones were made in 2009. So they came out 3 years after the freaking other ones came out. That's kind of sad. I mean, come on, Australia, God. Australia got it before us, come on. But that's only the Wii ports, and I don't know why they did that, so, yeah. Well, after escaping from the distant planet in the first game, Captain Olimar returns to his home planet Hakatate to learn that the company he works for is in debt, which is Hakatate Freight. Awesome. After a payload of golden carrots was supposedly stolen. Because of this debt, the company is forced to sell everything, including Olimar's ship. Shocked, Olimar drops the bottle cap that he brought back from the planet. The nearby Hakatate ship determines that the bottle cap Olimar retrieves from the distant planet has a considerable value of 100 pogos, which can be paid back to debt quickly. So pretty awesome. The company president, hearing this, decides to send Olimar and his co-worker Louie to seek out the planet, where they quickly reunite with the Pikmin creatures who help in scavenging for the treasures in order to pay off the debt. Upon doing so, Olimar departs for Hocklet, but leaves Louie behind. Upon telling the president, he decides to help Olimar find Louie and claim any additional treasures that are still left undiscovered. Louie is later discovered and rescued from a deep cave, the final cave, to be honest. Upon collecting all the treasures, the trio depart the distant planet. In an unlockable video, it is revealed that the golden carrot shipment mentioned at the game's beginning was not actually stolen, but in fact consumed by Louie, who had been sent to deliver the freight, but couldn't contain his hunger. Realizing his mistake, Louie turned back and fabricated a story of the cargo being stolen by space bunnies, thus setting in motion the events of the game. So, that's Pikmin 2 in a nutshell. But what's Pikmin 3? For the Wii U? What? Huh? Yeah? What? Huh? Came out? What? 2013? Yeah? What? This came out in 2004? 9 years to wait? What the fuck, Nintendo? I had to wait 9 years for the third game! Why? Well, let's go on to Pikmin 3. Alright, in time for the final game in the Pikmin series. Well, at least the up-to-date game, until Pikmin 4 comes out in like 2020, and then we all die. Okay. Pikmin 3 is a real-time strategy video game developed and published by Nintendo for the Wii U video game console. It is the sequel of Pikmin 2, which came out in 2004, and was the first released in Japan on July 13, 2013, and then in all other regions the following month. Game designer Shigeru Miyamoto first announced Pikmin 3 on July 16, 2008 as a game for the Wii console, later starting at E3 2011 that its development had transitioned to the Wii U. Pikmin 3 retains the gameplay elements introduced in the previous 2 Pikmin games and adds new features including new playable characters and Pikmin types, off-TV play, and downloadable content. How great! Now, something I gotta mention about the DLCs, it's pretty awesome. The DLCs are just great for this game, and I love how they include internet play and downloadable content for this game. It just seems like this game would have downloadable content, and they could probably never do that much with the Wii, or of course the GameCube can't do that. But well, actually the GameCube can do that, but I don't think they would choose to do that. Also, yeah, they probably wouldn't do that with Wii either. So, I haven't really played this game, in opinion. I played a little, but not enough to know the full aspect of the game. But I have heard it had beautiful, beautiful graphics, and, you know, with the Wii U's HD capabilities, you know, it just made the graphics from the first 2 games way better, and it just, you know, makes it all better in retrospect for the gaming community. So, Pikmin 3, really, really good game. So, in general, all the Pikmin games are great. I love them. The series was great, and you know, it just made me happy in all the times I've known Pikmin. So that's just great for me. So if you guys have any opinions of your own of Pikmin 1, 2, or 3, or just the Pikmin series in general, please leave them in the comments below, and I will look at them. So thank you for watching. I'll see you on the next episode of Nintendo Month. Goodbye.